Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics. Hello and welcome to the Final Order Report, your last chance to lock in those upcoming small press comics before the print runs are set. I'm Dan Merritt, Chief Purchasing Officer here at Green Brain Comics, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on what's hitting our shelves starting Wednesday, November 26th, and what you'll want to pre-order by this Monday at noon, November 3rd. The Final Order Report and Green Brain Comics are proudly powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com or grab the mobile app for Android and iPhone. Create an account or log into your existing one to order, pay securely online, and make sure you never miss an issue. Today I'll be using Comichub to spotlight items from this week's Last Call for confirmed orders Carousel, but first I'd like to thank Klezmageddon for the theme song to today's program. Let's move right over to Comichub. I use the web-based version here. Once you sign in, you see the orange banner is anything that you may have on your account aside for you in the store, waiting for you to pay for and pick up or have us ship out. Behind the green banner is all of the carousels we will be looking at today. Let's click through there. Show you real quick that you can search all items in the most current catalogs at the top. You can look at preview pages for some books. You can look at what's arriving soon. That's everything that's on the invoice for this Wednesday, the 5th. That's it. That's everything on the invoice for this Wednesday, and you can reserve off of that list. Below that is the Last Call Carousel. That's the one we will be using today, but I'll show you a couple more carousels. They've got one for events, that's crossover events happening throughout the companies. There's one for manga, and there's one for collected editions. That's pretty thorough. So let's move right back into Last Call. Once you get in there, you see you can scroll top to bottom. You got alphanumeric filters on the top under the red buttons, and you got drop downs for publisher, category, brand, and lots of other options. All right, the first thing that we will be looking at today in small press is Death Dog. Death Dog number 2 of 2. That first issue is scheduled to come out this Wednesday. If you're interested in this from Ahoy Comics, you can place your orders today. That ships on December 3rd. And from AWA Publishing, we get a new one-shot from the Science Foundation initiative that they got going on through the Protopius collection and Futurific. This is called Aggie. It's a one-shot written by Mark Russell with art by David Lorenzo. That looks better. Next up, we got this third issue from a 4-issue miniseries by Bad Idea, Matt Kint and Ramon Villalobos. It's They're All Terrible, number 3. 32 pages for $5.99. And from Ignition Press, we get a second issue of Beauty. This by Jeremy Hahn, with this cover by Jeremy Hahn. Interior art by Emmanuel Lupacchino. Then we get the third issue of this miniseries from Fantagraphics. It's Uncle Scrooge, Flintheart, Glom, Gold's Sinister Secret. This number 3 is written by Jonathan Gray with art by Alessandro Perina. And available on December 3rd. We got Flow number 3 from Mad Cave Studios. And Orla 4 of 5 from John Lees and Sally Cantorino. There's Bullet Adventures number 4 from Sumerian Comics. Eerie Magazine number 6 from Mike Hoffman. And Goblin 522 from Antarctic Press. Also from Antarctic is Tiffany and Charlotte on Another World. This is cover B by Fred Perry. And Tomorrow Girl number 13 from Ben Dunn. HasCon number 2 of 5. I think number 1 is coming out soon. Yeah, I don't think that's come out yet. Number 1 has come out for Stake Presents Jessamy. Number 3 is from David Byrne and Francesco Fantini. Ooh, I heard Afterburn got a movie option. This was a new major motion picture starring Dave Bautista and Samuel L. Jackson. I guess. I need to pay closer attention to movies and commercials. This is written by Scott Chitwood with art by Etienne Derapeignet. Yes. Afterburn Bad Blood number 1. And from Oni Press, we get the 6th issue of Biker Mice from Mars. This has a cover by Edu Sosa. Available on November 26th. Also available same day. And from Oni Press, it's Cemetery Kids Run Rabid number 4 of 4. Over at Titan Publishing, we get the 3rd issue of Conan the Barbarian Scourge of the Serpent. Just an update. We were supposed to get number 2 this last week. There was a printer problem with that. We got the replacements. They'll be in on Wednesday. Number 3 will be out on November 26th with this cover by Gerardo Zaffino. And we get a foil cover for Savage Sword of Conan Reforged. This is going to be 48 pages for $19.99. Just a heads up, this is the foil version. Over at Titan Publishing, we get a new miniseries on the acclaimed hit video game Dark Souls. Hope is a fleeting feeling for the Knights of Mourning, but the Knightly Order are willing to bet everything on their last chance of salvation. In search of a hero to rekindle the flame, these knights turn to the Mother of Lilies, a soulless, mummified saint with legends about her ability to restore balance to the world. This new series from Titan Publishing is written by George Mann with interior art by Manhouse, and this A cover by Bjorn Behrens. A B cover from Warwick Wong. C cover by The Knot. That's pretty metal. And a D cover from interior artist Man House on Dark Souls Mother of Mourning, available on December 3rd from Titan Publishing. I think I already showed you that one. Over at Bad Idea, we get a new miniseries. This is the 3-issue miniseries written by best-selling author Rob Venditti, joining forces with powerhouse artist Trevor Harrison and 10-time Eisner Award-winning colorist Dave Stewart to deliver a brutal, no-holds-barred action crime comic that will leave you breathless. Father Royston Craig became a priest late in life, but he's determined to make up for lost time. Along with his regular duties at his St. Louis church, he also performs the prayers of the last rites to patients on their deathbeds. alongside, one day, but one day he called to give these sacraments to Cormac Byrne, who doctors say won't last the night. Byrne, like many others, has turned to God only at the end. It looks pretty cool. It's also been optioned for a movie. It's already got a creative team attached. Ordained #1 is set for December 10th with this A cover by Jorge Fornes, a Charlie Adler cover on B, and a chromium variant on this first of 3 issues. The chromium variant will run $12.99 from Bad Idea Core. Rob Venditti writing and artist Trevor Harrison on interiors. It's Ordained #1. All right, that's it for the small press. Let's show you a couple magazines before we get into the mid-size press. Here's Alter Ego magazine 198 with an H.G. Peter artist cover. Back issue volume 165 with a cover by Sal Buscema. Jack Kirby collector. And those are all going to be available on February 18th from Tomorrow Press, Tomorrow Publishing. Okay, let's move on over to Boom Studios. We got a 5th issue of VR Troopers written by Dearbornite Margaret Scott, and a facsimile edition of the VR Troopers Power Rangers Flipbook #4 that will be available on December 17th. Over at Dark Horse Comics, we get a third volume, issue 4 for Quick Stops. This is written by Kevin Smith with interior art and this cover by Ahmed Rafat. What's the gimmick here? The enigmatic Jones sisters have appeared peripherally throughout the View Askew-universe, adding a little free-spirited spice to the day-to-day of Leonardo, New Jersey. In the final issue of Quick Stops Volume 3, we find all 3 sisters together for an illuminating, family-focused story time. Very interesting. Available on November 26th. This is Quick Stops Volume 3, #4. Over at IDW, we get a 2nd issue for 30 Days of Night Falling Sun, written by Rodney Barnes with art and this cover by Chris Sheehan. Ooh, and a B cover from Damian Worm. Creepy. Monster High World Scare #5, available on December 17th. As is Star Trek The Last Starship #3 from Colin Kelly, Adrian Bonilla. Starship Godzilla from the Kaisei era #3, Chris Gooch, Oliver Ono, December 17th. Also on December 17th is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Casey Jones #3. Which also has a cover by Michael Dooney. Oops, sorry. That's Journeys #4. That's the Michael Dooney cover. Over at Dynamite Entertainment, we've got several things of interest, including Disney Villains Maleficent #2. #1 is debuting this Wednesday. If you're interested in any of these fine issues, you can FOC them right now on Comic Hub. Stitch #4, shipping on November 26th. And Supernatural #2. #1 just debuted this last week from Greg Pak and Eder Messias with this cover by Clayton Crane. And Thundercats 21, Return of the King, Declan Shalvey, Drew Moss. And headlining the small press last call, this is Vampirella Holiday 2025 special. This one-shot features in the aftermath of last year's North Pole shenanigans. Vampirella finds herself facing off against the spirits of every major holiday that the calendar has to offer, all determined to thwart her magnanimous mission to make the winter solstice season magical once more. Jolly old soul Frank Thierry serves up bowlfuls of holiday cheer in the Vampirella Holiday 2025 special, illustrated by overworked elf Mariano Benitez Chapo and capped off with frantically festive covers from Joseph Michael Linsner, Selena, and a cosplay cover by Rachel Holan. It's Vampirella Holiday 2025 special, available on November 26th from Dynamite Entertainment. And that, folks, does it for the final order report on Small Press Comics. Thanks for tuning in. Before I let you go, we've got some things to show you. First among them is Green Brain events. We've got big time events happening. Reminder that our friends over at Senate Theater are showing a very funny looking Hong Kong karate film. It's Encounters of the Spooky Kind. That'll be this Saturday, November 1st at 8 p.m. And it's the return of Brain Candy with the long-awaited episode 72. This is scheduled for Monday, November 17th, with artists to include music from Miles Lindsay, the poetry of Brittany Rogers, prose from Jennifer Quartararo, and the visual art of Kenny Karpoff. It all happens on Monday, November 17th. Open and free at Green Brain Comics. And join us back here on YouTube this Tuesday at 6:30 for our weekly live stream preview of New Comic Book Day from the floor of Green Brain Comics. It's BRAINSCAN, Tuesday at 6:30. And join me later today for Last Call on Image Comics, DC Comics, and some very exciting new titles from Marvel Comics, all on Last Call this weekend. And remember, thank you, and I'd like to say thank you for tuning into the Final Order Report. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. All the links you need for our shopping cart, website, and Comic Hub are right below in the description. We've been spreading the love of comics and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Thanks for watching, folks. Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics.